Welcome to this video on clinical trial compliance. We will explore how to move beyond paper-based assumptions to establish a verifiable reality that can withstand FDA inspections. There is often a fatal gap between what is documented and the physical reality of a study. Minor oversights in daily verification can lead to severe FDA warning letters, as the principal investigator is ultimately responsible for the actual reality of the trial. Consider the informed consent paradox. One site drafted a consent form stating their study was not experimental. Legally, under FDA definitions, clinical investigations are experiments, and this inaccurate language invalidated the consent process. This paradox highlights how language shapes reality. Flawed documentation can lead to patient misunderstanding, risks of coercion, and systemic failure when internal interpretations replace strict regulatory definitions. Always cross-check your language against official standards. In another scenario, a site failed to prevent dual enrollment. A subject participated in 2 protocols simultaneously because the site relied on verbal confirmation rather than verifiable checkpoints like registry checks. This oversight created significant safety and data risks. We also see the illusion of control in at-home medication. Relying solely on patient questionnaires to document dose administration while ignoring physical kit returns led to an FDA finding regarding inadequate record-keeping of the drug's disposition. When we analyze the data, we often find a reality check matrix. Here, patient reports, paper logs, and electronic systems provided conflicting numbers, revealing a physical impossibility regarding how many sachets were used versus returned. Data entry becomes meaningless if it contradicts physical reality. In this case, records showed complete usage, but tamper-resistant seals remained intact on returned kits. The PI has a non-delegible responsibility to verify the physical state of the trial materials. When resolving issues, avoid the promise path. The FDA rejects simple promises of improvement. Instead, follow the proof path, which involves performing root cause analysis, implementing new verified checkpoints, and providing evidence of behavioral change. Many KPAs are rejected because they address outcomes rather than systemic processes. Simply updating a template or closing a site is insufficient. The FDA requires evidence that the PI understands regulations and that process reform is deeply embedded. Effective corrective actions form an evidence chain. This includes procedural fixes, targeted leadership training, independent oversight, and, crucially, documented proof of completion. A started fix is not a finished fix. The root cause of these regulatory failures is often delegation without verification. Sites frequently treat data entry as the final step, rather than implementing the necessary physical and regulatory checkpoints to ensure that recorded data accurately reflects reality. Adopt the check-as-you-go framework. Verify regulatory definitions before the trial, use mandatory checkpoints during enrollment to confirm subject status, and physically inspect all products during execution to ensure alignment across your data sources. Ultimately, the principal investigator is personally on the hook for safety and data integrity. Remember, continuous cross-checking is always safer and more cost-effective than retroactive fixes. Compliance is not just what you document, but what you can prove.